Skodas have long been favoured by rational thinkers, the kind of people who prize practicality and value over desirability or driving enjoyment. With the latest Superb estate, Skoda hopes to combine its usual sensible virtues with a bit more emotional appeal.
Certainly the styling has improved. The old car looked slightly ungainly, but today's Superb's sharp-edged lines are much more cohesive.
It's better to drive too. There's a composed and secure feel to the Superb's handling at sensible speeds, but keen drivers will have more fun behind the wheel of a Mazda 6. More importantly, for company car drivers and fleet decision makers, the Superb makes a lot of sense in terms of tax and running costs.
For the lowest possible emissions, there's the 120 horsepower Greenline model, which produces just 96 grams a kilometre of carbon dioxide. That puts the car in the 19% BIK band for 2016 to 17. There's also a non-Greenline 120 horsepower diesel, which costs less but emits 13 grams a kilometre more. A higher rate taxpayer will save £12 a month in tax driving the Greenline, but in terms of whole life costs, there's almost nothing between them.
There are also 2-litre diesels with either 150 horsepower or 190 horsepower. We've been running the 150 horsepower car on our long-term fleet and have been impressed with its strong performance. Even though this is a big car, with that level of power and 251 pounds-feet of torque, overtaking is confident and determined. CO2 emissions start from 109 grams a kilometre for this model and vary depending on the exact specification. That puts the car in the 21% benefiting kind bracket for 2016 to 17.
There are petrol models with power outputs ranging from 125 horsepower to 280 horsepower and CO2 emissions from 126 grams a kilometre. So, the Superb is highly competitive in terms of BIK and running costs, where the Skoda really leads the way, and by some distance, is in terms of interior space. The driver and front seat passenger sit in front of a neat and well-ordered dashboard, although inputting postcodes to the sat-nav involves more button pressing than it should do. There's more than enough head and legroom for tall drivers.
In the back of the car, the Skoda is much roomier than most rivals. We're talking luxury car levels of rear seat space. A passenger of well over 6 feet tall can stretch out in comfort. There's no need for those lanky passengers to travel light. The boot capacity is absolutely huge. With the rear seats upright, it's 660 litres. Fold the rear seats down and it increases to 1,950 litres.
There's a slight slope to the floor with the rear seats down, but that's forgivable when there's so much room.
Perhaps the Superb is still more of a rational choice rather than an emotional one, but it's hard to find serious fault with a car with such low emissions, competitive whole life costs and exceptional practicality.